So they have this podcast conference, and the Daily they have a bunch of booths, right? So the Daily Wire takes out a booth, and Ben Shapiro goes. So Ben Shapiro goes, and he's there, and he's meeting people that are podcast fans, and they're all coming up to him, and they're real friendly to him. They're taking photos with him and stuff like that. And then afterwards, they release a statement talking about the harm that did.
What?
And how they were not aware, like the people who ran this podcast thing, the harm in bringing in Ben Shapiro that was very damaging to people.
What's harmful about
let's see if
Ben
we can
Shapiro?
Bring him in.
See if you can find what their quotes were.
Okay.
That there was like danger to it or something. I forget the words they used, but it was one of those things where you read it, you're like, what are you saying?
They're
like,
just apologizing to people so they keep doing their business.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They don't
like,
really believe any of that
they
they're saying.
have some of the top podcasts in the country.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes sense that they would be there. Hi, folks. We owe you an apology before sessions kick off for the day. Yesterday afternoon, Ben Shapiro briefly visited
They
the
wanted to
PM
like
22 Expo area near the Daily Wire booth. Though he was not registered or expected, we take full responsibility for the harm. But he's one of the owners of the Daily Wire.
By the harm done
registered
by his
or
presence.
expected. He was there. He was one of the co-founders. Yeah, there it is. There's no way around it. We agreed to sell the Daily Wire a first-time booth based on the company's large presence in podcasting, which it should be.
Yeah.
That's what you're representing. The weight of that decision is now painfully clear.
So
Shapiro
painful.
is a co-founder. A drop-in, however unlikely, should have been considered a possibility. Those of you who call this unacceptable, in quotes, are right.
He's the least threatening guy on the planet.
You could just
In 9 wonderful years growing and
Throw his
celebrating
yarmulke.
this medium, PM has made mistakes. The pain
We'll all
always
stick with us.
The pain caused by this one will always stick with us. We promise that sponsors will be more carefully considered moving forward.
Oh, we're fucked.
Folks, people are in a cult. They're in a cult.
We are
They're in a
fucked
cult.
as a
Like,
society.
you can't entertain any views that are different than yours. You can't allow people.
Especially Ben Shapiro. I
He
mean,
briefly stopped by.
He's 5'8".
Oh, we'll live with this for the rest of our lives.
It's just conversations. It's like people have opinions on one side and people have opinions on the other side. But all they're doing is having conversations.
Yeah.
You have video of him
A fucking podcast.
stopping by? What if he
Hey,
started actually?
hello
Yeah,
everybody.
it's him.
How's everybody
All
doing?
the
People are like, oh, it's so painful.
Painfully clear.
Hi,
Look,
I'd
there's
like
all these
to
people
meet
taking
you.
photos with him.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you.
Listen, the way to handle people that you disagree with
Where's
is
Mel
to
Gibson?
fucking
Where's Mel
debate them.
Gibson when you need him, dude?
The way
He
to
would give
handle
Shapiro a
people,
knuckle sandwich.
they should
That's
have
true.
conversations with him publicly.
Got a nice suit.
But this is bullshit. Like to say that it was a bad idea to let that guy there is crazy. Of course it's a good idea.
But-
It doesn't mean you agree with everything he says.
But you don't
have
think-
100 fucking booths there. How could you agree with everybody?
But you don't think they're actually saying that? I think
They're
they're
saying 'cause
just
they
under
have to.
pressure of like,
Yes.
fuck you. They go,
Publicist.
okay, I'll tell you everything I think you want me to say.
Listen, most people have never experienced anything remotely like what you've experienced, where people are mad at you. Imagine that. Imagine
if you're
putting
not ready
that.
for it.
Imagine putting that on a person who's
Except
experienced
like everyone
nothing.
at this table.
Yeah, everyone at this table. But you think about us.
For a first time, right? Like, whoa.
For someone who's not even an entertainer and doesn't know what that feels like, and all of a sudden this person gets dragged into it, and like,
good
what do I
point.
have to do to stop this fire?
Yeah.
You'll say anything.
Good point.
And also in that world, that's how you talk.
Right.
That's why it's like a cult. Like there's lines that you have to stay inside of.
It's like
there's
that Beyonce
ways
thing.
you have to address
when she
things.
goes, I use the word spaz, she goes, I know this is deeply offensive.
Spaz?
Yeah, not even just a bit offensive.
We're in a cult, folks.
There's no more just like, guys, it was a little bit off.
There's a
Yeah.
mind virus cult that took over half the fucking country.
Yep.
Just don't
We're all
apologize.
scared of
Keep
them.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
keep
ignore
going,
it.
Beyonce.
It's not good for anybody if you apologize and go
Yeah.
into that. If you become one of those people that gets sucked into that
Oh,
world
Jamie,
of
let me
not
get
being
that
able
again.
to say anything,
Yeah.